Today, officials from the government met with key persons in a round of consultation at the Coastguard headquarters in Belize City and at Belize National Defense and Security Strategy. The purpose of the meeting is to engage with representatives from interest groups and clarify key action areas as well as the next steps to develop an integrated approach for the strategic environment, national security and defense concepts for the country. According to CEO in the Ministry of Home Affairs, George Duane, the first consultation was held back in May of this year.
The first consultation we had primarily government officials. There were some non-governmental organizations that were there. But clearly when I review the list of participants at that first consultation, I realized that there was an absence of some key stakeholders that we certainly need to engage in this process of our national security and defense strategy. And so those that you see here today are the ones that were unable to engage with the planners at the May consultation process.
The strategy will not only look at the traditional defense and security of the country, but it will also engage health, environment, education, and social services. The team, which involves a wide cross-section of participants, will look at drafting a document for the present and future consideration for national security of the country.
In as much as how we who are putting the strategy together have a very good idea of what the problems are where security is concerned. The problems of the security is a lot more complex than what it used to be. And so the Ministry of Defense and the Ministry of Home Affairs must be able to articulate the concerns of the other interest groups. And so while we have consulted with the department heads and some other NGOs and even the CEOs from the various ministries, even the likes of the judiciary and other parties who are very important to this process.
Today, the consultation included the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Belize Territorial Volunteers, who can provide a holistic idea of issues in terms of security that can be included in the document. One participant today was BTV founder Will Mejia, who has made many trips to the Sarstoon.
I believe this group consultation today was very informative, and I gained more insight of to what is actually taking place on a national level and within the government, like looking after the country's security and participating in the strategy, the development of the national security strategy. And I believe that it is, it is a good thing, because at the end of the day, we are all Belizeans, and it doesn't matter which side of the aisle we sit on, we need to participate because it's one country and one Belize.
I'm very encouraged to know that there is a work in progress of developing a strategy that encompasses both the security and defense needs of the nation, but also taking security beyond what everybody thinks of as law enforcement and so on, and taking it to a holistic perspective of basic food security, the security of the individual, the right to have an education, rule of law. These are issues that are critical to the, not just the survival but the development of the country. And it's nice to see a strategy that's pulling it all in and pulling it together.
Duane, Moody for News 5.